Happy Thursday evening. Here, let's scoot over a little bit. I want to get like in the middle.
I'm always on the...
Well, I was always like, I was over here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'll just be over here.
That's how we roll. We like to start our Zooms off like on the random. Anyway, hey, happy Thursday. And thanks for coming tonight. We're super stoked about tonight because Kat found this amazing, I kid you not, the secrets of Optavia. Like, true story. She found the secrets of Optavia for our businesses.
I did.
And it's from Integrated Presidential Director Corey Baker. So we're going to be talking about that. Before we do that, though, we have next Thursday, right? The 28th. Kat?
Yes.
Sandy.
Thursday the 28th. We have a training in Sandy. It'll be, the first hour will be the trilogy presentation, Healthy Body, Healthy Mind, Healthy Finances. And then we'll do an hour and a half health coach training, personal development. Super fun stuff.
If you can find your way there and then just invite people, I promise you it will help you and it will help your business.
And if you guys want, those of you that are not in Utah, if you want us to like Zoom, we can, so you can see it. So just let us know if you do, and then we'll put a camera up in Zoom.
But we'll do it like only for the people that are.
But local people, get your butts there, because there's nothing's as good as being there and in person.
Yeah, it's like kind of like Disneyland. The rides are way more fun when you're actually on them versus when you're watching someone else be on those rides. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, compare it to Disneyland.
Okay.
I don't have a flyer, Carrie, but I'm glad you said that because I'm supposed to be putting it together. So.
Jen can hear us.
I will. Hi, Jen. I'm so glad you can hear us. We can't hear you. But
that's okay. Well, she's muted now, so
okay.
We're okay. Also, we've been talking a lot so Mike and Callie have been, just call a spade. They've been rocking it, you guys. They've been working really hard and building their business and helping a lot of people. And that is what it is. And we were talking with them yesterday, 2 days ago, and just sharing a little bit with them about kind of our vision. And I think that this is something that maybe not everyone knows about. So we'll just throw it out there. But we just want to create a bunch of leaders within Optavia. That's what we want. We want all of you to be leaders within Optavia. And the way that happens is when you have the opportunity to share and to give and to grow. And that comes from being in charge of Zooms or leading out or taking part in Zooms, right? Necessarily depending on where you're at with your business. I mean, if you're a brand new coach, obviously we're not going to ask you to lead a client Explore Zoom. That just doesn't make sense for you or for anyone else on the Zoom. But as you get closer to being an executive director or you go beyond executive director and FIBIC and things like that, absolutely, we want you to lead out on those Zooms. And so what we're going to do is we're actually going to be putting up a calendar.
We're going to get a lot more organized. Team Fuller is not the best at being super systematic and organized. It's not my strength.
But that's changing.
But it's changing because we want to step up and be the leaders that we need to be in order for
you to be the leaders that you can be. Everybody
else become the leaders that they need to be. So, and nothing excites us more than watching you guys succeed. Like, I don't even care about what we're doing when I see other people on our team flying. It makes me so happy. So.
And I'm just telling, like, growth that I'm already seeing from the people on this Zoom. Carrie's rocking it and doing amazing and helping lots of people.
Yeah, and Jen's already signed up a few clients. She's a brand new coach.
Yeah. Randy has been the epitome of persistent consistency. And it's starting to show. It is starting to work.
Girl.
And Liz is
Liz
is coming on when she can, and she's got like all these extracurriculars she's doing, and here she is tonight on the Zoom. And Brett, same thing, got a lot of things going on. He's on the Zoom tonight. Stephanie's brand new and already plugging into the Zooms, and I love it. And that's the thing, right? And I already talked about Mike and Callie, so I'm not going to talk about them again because they're already rocking it, and I already said that. But you guys, I could go through everyone on our team, and if you're watching this on replay, and you want me to say something positive that I'm seeing about you and your business, then tell me, because I will, because I see it. We see it and we love it. And we just want more and more of that from all of you, is just that growth that coming from you. And, you know, I'll be the first to admit, man, I've grown a ton since I've been a coach. We've had our obstacles. We've had our hurdles. Absolutely. Some we've shared with you, some we haven't yet. You'll hear some of them. But man, we all have our stuff. And together as an Optavia family, we just get better.
So true.
So who wants the secrets?
You guys want the secrets?
The secrets, like I kid you not, the secrets of success from Corey Baker, Integrated Presidential Director, Corey Baker.
Yep.
You don't even have to know who he is.
Integrated, but I know he's presidential. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But
either way,
he's a great coach. He's a good guy. Friend of ours.
You've heard Jackie talk about him a lot because he's the one who talks about fill your fence with people.
Yeah.
Just put people on the fence and just fill your fence with people, and they're going to either come to your side of the fence or some might fall on the other side of the fence, but you fill your fence with people and let them see what's going on, and then you will have more people come to your side of the fence, come to the light side.
The light side. All right, I'm just going to share a few of these things, and I'll kind of add my own commentary because we've been coaching a little while too, so we know a couple of things.
And we do want to have we do want some participation from you guys. So if you have questions or comments on something that we're talking about, please let's
jump in.
Yeah.
Please jump in.
And we will share this in the group later. We just didn't want to share it ahead of time.
I read it to John and he was like, can you please share that tonight? So I'm sharing. I do what I'm told. So Corey Baker, he said, I've been coaching for 4 years and I finally figured out the top secret tips to assist you to sponsor more coaches. So before I say anything else about that might be weird vocabulary for some of you. Like for me at first, like when I first became a coach, hearing sponsoring and FIBC and executive director and all of these words, I was like, I don't even know what that is. I just want to help people. So just know that like when you sponsor a coach, it means that someone becomes a coach on your team. And as much as we talk about helping clients, the big business builder is sponsoring coaches, is helping people who want to pay it forward and help more people, because ultimately we want to help more people. So, and I promise you that as you shift your focus from client acquisition to coach acquisition, you'll get more clients and coaches. It's kind of a crazy thing how it works. A lot of people will just notice and see you living out loud, and they'll be like, whoa, they look happy. I want to join them and help this mission along. So here's what he said.
I like that line though. If you want to sponsor more coaches, proceed. If not, permission to stop reading now. That's what he says. So if you don't want to sponsor more coaches, you can hop off the Zoom. You're done.
We'll see ya. Secret tip number 1, believe that coaching is more important for the person you're talking to than it is for you. They are the winners, not you. And I remember when this shift happened for me, because I remember thinking, oh, I guess I'm building a business now and I need coaches. If I'm going to build a business, I need coaches. And I think it was Brian Drollinger, who's one of our mentors, and he talked about how the shift that Corey Baker's talking about, that coaching is more important for them than it is for me. And I thought, oh, they need this. Like they need that. I don't need them, but they need what I have. So it kind of changes. It goes from this like desperation of, I need coaches, I need to build my business, to I'm sharing a gift and I'm going to give it to as many people as I can. And hopefully a few of them will pick it up and open it.
And they need it.
And they'll be like, whoa, this is really cool. I need this. And it's a shift for sure. It's totally a shift, but I think it's a powerful shift. So secret number 2, truly believe that if we are going to get the world healthy, we need millions of coaches. Right now, Optavia has a little over 1 million clients. We need millions of coaches to make a big impact.
We're talking the world here, right?
Yeah,
so
we have about 18,000 coaches, is my understanding. We need a lot more. We need a lot bigger army to help get the world healthy.
This one's a good one.
Secret tip number 3. Stop taking it personal when people tell you no.
Can I read that again?
Yeah.
Stop taking it personal when people tell you no.
Yeah. I mean, how many of us do that? Like we think it's like a personal rejection when someone says no. Yeah. I've done that too. And I think, oh my gosh. And it's really interesting. We were talking, John and I led there's a Gold Diggers Zoom, not gold, but Gold Diggers Zoom on Wednesdays at noon. And John and I led it yesterday. And there was a girl, a coach on Team Smithson, who I love, Kelby. She's adorable. And she was talking about how health coaching and Optavia is so near and dear and so tender to her and so important to her that she's scared to share it because of how other people might see it, how other people might treat it. It's like throwing your pearls before swine. And the way she came kind of a roundabout way of getting out of that way of thinking was, how dare I hold this gift to myself instead of sharing it? You know, like the good book says, do we put our light under a bushel or on a hillside? So I know a book that says that.
Now, also, it doesn't mean you go start fire to their house just because you have a light. So there is a good way to invite. We're going to talk about that here tonight. Okay.
So secret tip number 4. This is powerful.
Oh.
Stop thinking you're a bad coach because your clients or coaches are not moving forward. Yeah.
Mic drop.
I used to feel that way a lot. Like, oh, I haven't done enough. I haven't coached them enough. I haven't taught them enough. And it's not about that. It's not. Some people are going to go, some won't. Right? Tip number 5, some will, some won't. So what? Thanks, Dan Bell. Dan Bell's one of the founders of Optavia. Secret tip number 6, quit overthinking it. Quit placing success and failure on a coach or a client that hasn't even gotten started yet. You don't know who's going to blow it up and who's going to sit on their hands. The only way to know is to sponsor and ask permission to coach at a level. Coach everyone the best way you can with the support of your mentorship team, and realize that the success doesn't depend on how great of a mentor you are. It depends on them. Okay? So ultimately here we're teaching people that they are responsible for their health. They are responsible for their business. They are responsible for what they get out of life, right? It's just like with kids. We teach them the best we can, and then we just hope they grasp onto some of the things we taught them and make a good life out of it, right?
A few months ago, we were fortunate to do a Zoom with Dan Bell and the Smithsons, and Dan Bell diagnosed our whole business.
He went through each person in our business, each coach.
It was painful because he asked to coach us he's like, can I be, how did he put it? Can I be, oh, hey, Jared, what's up, dude? Jared hopping on.
What's up?
From the cruise ship.
Yeah. Jared, we're just sharing with our team about the time that Dan Bell diagnosed our business.
Nice.
And asked if he could coach us at a higher level. And
he asked permission to ask us a lot of painful things. He asked permission to ask us a lot of things and talk to us openly, and he did. Justin hopped on as well, so that's cool. The two of them hopped on simultaneously. That's pretty crazy. But it was just crazy because as Dan talked to us at a higher level, Amber and Jared have asked permission to do that as well, and it's helped us grow. And so that's definitely something that we want to incorporate too with the whole team is, hey, we're going to ask you if we can coach at a higher level, because the only way to a rising tide
lifts all ships. And you guys, like, are you coddling your clients? Are you kind of babying them because you're afraid you're going to lose them? Are you coddling your coaches because you're afraid that they're going to go away? Who are you serving? You're not serving anyone. And I'm guilty of this myself, for sure. Like, we need to make a shift to be more committed to people's progress than we are to their comfort. It's not about us. So secret tip number 7. Some coaches don't sponsor because they're afraid of the work it takes to sponsor a new coach. They're afraid of failing by sponsoring a coach that doesn't move forward. If you sponsor, and how many of you guys feel like, oh, I don't know how to sponsor because I don't know how to train a coach, so I'm not even going to ask, right? Okay, if you sponsor coaches, you will sponsor some that will do nothing. Congratulations, you're normal.
I love that. Congratulations. You're normal.
But ultimately, we have a system set up to help people. You don't have to do it all. All these Coach Explorer Zooms and Client Explorer Zooms are so powerful for new coaches. Secret tip number 8, I'm convinced that the coaches that are most likely to have an exploding business are the ones that use no as a fuel instead of using it as an excuse to be discouraged. Be attractive, add value, be interested in what other people are interested in. Do a ton of health assessments, which will in time grow your frontline volume. Later coaching with every client. Ask all of your clients if they'd be open to exploring what coaching might look like for them. Use your mentorship for celebration calls with your clients and quit the BS that we tell ourselves as to why we don't schedule them. So
I just want to reiterate that last little sentence there.
My face. You need my face, not yours. Sorry.
So ask all of your clients if they would be open to exploring what coaching would look like for them. Use your mentorship for celebration calls with your clients and quit the BS that we tell ourselves as to why we don't schedule them. It's just BS we tell ourselves if we're not scheduling. My mentor's too busy. They don't have time. They're dealing with a lot of other things. They don't have time. I promise you, and Jared would probably say the same thing, I promise you, you guys, I will always have time to do a celebration call with any of you. I'll make time. Time is something that if it's important, you'll make it. I'll make it. Kat will make it.
Yep.
Celebration calls are that important.
They take like 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh, they're not that hard.
Yeah. So 3-way calls with all your clients that, you want to work with.
So
you may have some clients that are obviously, I'm just going to be honest here. You may have clients that are obviously like, I don't really want them to coach. They're kind of hard to work with. That's okay. But for anyone, and ultimately, like, who are we to decide who coaching is for and who it can help?
How many of us have changed through coaching? We've got to give everybody that chance. What they do with it is up to them.
I'm wondering if Jared wants to share any.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
He's here from, where are you guys in Puerto Rico?
We'll unmute Jared and let him talk.
We are on the ship right now. We spent all day today in Puerto Rico, yesterday in St. Martin, tomorrow in Haiti.
It's terrible. Sounds just so terrible.
Yeah, terrible. Like, best sand courts of any trip we've taken yet.
Don't tell us.
Dude, I could tell from the pictures they were that good.
Whatever. Clear water was awesome.
Yeah, clear water was amazing. But they didn't have lines. All of these courts had lines.
And not tornadoes.
Yeah, that's true. And it was 85 degrees.
Oh, that's nice.
Is there anything, some goodness you want to add from the ship or anything that you've learned?
We're just kind of talking about tips of, like, the secrets of success tonight.
Yeah, so, the training here has been awesome. And we weren't allowed to go because they're like, there's not going to be enough room. And then there was like 100 seats in each of the theaters that was still available. So cool thing was they put them on closed circuit TV for all of the coaches to re-watch throughout the day, yesterday, today, tomorrow, and stuff. And so 2 nights ago, we had Chantel Flake's entire team to our Crown Loft. It's a pretty sweet setup that they blessed us with, and they gave takeaways and stuff. Tonight, we just barely kicked everybody out of our loft from Steph Whiting's team, and it was so powerful. We spent about an hour and a half with them. And Amber just started out by asking, like, you know what, let's just go around and a few takeaways, like, what's been your favorite thing from this event? And tell us a dream that you have, and preferably a scary one. And, like, there was some crazy stuff that came out of that room. But probably 75% of them, maybe more, said, before Optavia, I had stopped dreaming. And there's still some people in the room tonight that were still struggling with dreaming. And they just opened up about it. And they're like, you know, one of my dreams is to be able to dream really, really big. And so they're working on it every day. But, you know, probably one of the most powerful things that I've taken from this week, and we've eaten meals together and we've spent a lot of time with all these coaches. But it was something that Amber said to me. I participated in a panel on Tuesday, and I just talked, each one of the panel members talked for about 10 minutes. And I just talked about creating balance in your life. And a common word that was used on our panel was poo. It was like the theme of our panel. And it had to do with, you know, we've got a lot of crap in our lives. And Kim Fisk always says this, and Amber's used it like 3 or 4 times this week. Yeah, Amber called us the poop group. And Kim always said, hey, you know what you know when there's a huge pile of crap in your life, there's somewhere around there's a pony.
Yep.
Right? And it's like, look for the pony. Like all little kids want a pony.
There's a story about the little girl that woke up and there was a pile of manure in the front yard, and it was like Christmas or something, and she's digging through it, and her parents are like, what are you doing? And she's like, with all this crap, there must be a pony in here somewhere.
Right. So I was, so I kind of opened up and I said, you know, on our team, we've talked a lot about flow. And I had a realization a little while ago that flow and balance are really the same thing. Most people, when they talk about creating balance in their life, what they really mean is they want more ease in their life. They want a life of ease. They want things to be simpler, and they want their kids to fight less, and they want to fight with their spouses less, and they want more money, and they want all this stuff, right? What's missing in their lives, and they just want life to be easier. But last week I was at Dr. A's before we came out on the cruise, and Helen Irwin was there, and I was talking about flow after we did a lot of different exercises as small groups. And I was talking about flow, and we're like, yeah, we all understand that when challenges are high, we need to increase our skill. We've talked about that in Optavia for years. And Helen said, you're missing something there. She said, on the skill axis, there's another element to that. And it's something that you guys have spades of. And that is support.
Wow.
When you lack skills, it's so important to lean on your support more so that you can develop those skills so that you can accomplish more. Because true balance in life isn't about life being easier. It's about being able to rise to the challenges we have. So Amber and I were talking about this as we were walking around and doing some other activities. And Amber said, yeah, isn't it interesting that it's like so many people fight this, the thought of being overwhelmed. The second that people are overwhelmed with something, they're like, oh my gosh, I need a vacation.
Oh, we lost him.
No, we lost her. That was good stuff too. We'll see if he comes back. I wonder if they lost their internet on the boat. I mean,
Wi-Fi died.
Wi-Fi died. He straight up was coming live to us from the boat. Uh-oh. Hey, you cut out for a second, bro.
Okay. I can still hear you.
Oh, you good?
After vacation.
Go ahead then. Say what you were saying, because that's awesome.
So overwhelm is a side effect of having high challenges, low skill, or low support, right? So just like everything else, overwhelm is a feeling that we have in our bodies. When we need food, we get hungry. When we need water, we get thirsty. When we need a friend, we feel lonely. When we need sleep, we fall asleep at the wheel, right? Sometimes.
Not you, Mike and Justin. You guys are driving, so not you guys.
Yeah, don't fall asleep. Drink some caffeine. But when we get overwhelmed, oftentimes it's our natural reaction to quit, to seek ease, to say, hey, I've got to cut some things out in my life. Rather than leaning into that and recognizing what's happening in my mind and in my body right now is simply a response to say, I need something. And oftentimes what we need is support and more skill so that we can accomplish the things that we are sent to this planet to do. I mean, we just spent an hour and a half with amazing people in this room sharing all of the things that they want to accomplish. And it had nothing to do with themselves. It was all about how blessed they've been and how much more they want to share it with other people, and how many more people they're like, we want somebody to get blessed with a room 10 times this big to fit all the people in it to share their stories and stuff. So we're so blessed to have Optavia in our lives, that doesn't only give us a philosophy, but it also gives us a financial vehicle to make all those things a reality.
Thank you for hopping on, Jared. Dude, seriously, that is powerful.
So cool.
You guys, and I'm just going to say this, we might not be on that boat this year, but we're all going to be on.
Let's all commit right now. Let's all be on
the boat.
The trip, whatever it is.
Whatever it is next year. Let's just work together and lean into our support. I love that you said that, Jared, because that like hit me like a ton of bricks as you were talking. Overwhelm is lack of skill or lack of support or both, right? And I'm going to be real with you guys. On Tuesday, when the day Kat came home, she came home that night. That day, I was feeling pretty overwhelmed. I really was. I'd had the kids for 7 days, and I was by myself, and I was feeling overwhelmed. And I felt a lack of skill and a lack of support that day.
Emotional intelligence was low.
So anyway, you guys, man, do you have anything?
I don't have anything to add. I'm so grateful for you guys and that you trust us. I want to raise the tide. I want to raise the tide on this team and in Optavia as a whole. I want Randy's bunny to be on our Zoom every time. But I honestly, I want the best for everyone. And my dreams are so much bigger with Optavia. And the same as what Jared was talking about there, it's not really about me. It's about how many people's lives we can bless. And I know that I'll have everything I've ever dreamed of in my life because I'm going to help enough people get what they dream of. And that's pretty cool. One thing I wanted to talk about today really quickly is something we talked about with Callie and Mike last night. And I've been thinking about this kind of the whole time I was on my trip. There were little just nuggets, like taking a break is a really good thing. Sometimes you get perspective, you kind of I'm not saying stepping away from my business because I still work every day. And even though I was in Paris, I touched our business every single day. Like I did check stuff. I answered texts from clients. I Marco Polo'd people. It's not like I was not present, but it was good to step away for a second and just gain some perspective. And one of the things that I've just been thinking about so much lately is we always talk about meeting people where they are. And I think that's super, super important because we want to be it's called empathy. It's seeing something from their view. It's getting in their chair and looking at their view and seeing where they are. But there's a part of this that we kind of leave out a lot. We want to meet people where they are, but we also want to have no intention of leaving them there. We want to move people out of their comfort zone. We want to help people grow. So yeah, meet people where they are, but don't have any intention of leaving them there. And it's hard sometimes. And you might have to say some things that might feel like, I'm going to hurt them. But you're just caring enough about them to help them see more. And I think about this with spiritual aspects all the time, that whatever you believe, the universe, the creator, our God, whatever, I see this a lot in my life, that entity, that power meets us where we are, but tries to bring us up. And I want to do that with our team. I want us to meet each other where we are, but I want us to get better and not stay there. So let's all do this. I mean, can we do this?
We're in, you guys. We're in with you. We're in with Amber and Jared. We're in with Dr. Ray. We're in with Optavia. And I'll tell you, we're going to be leaving everything on the table because that's what matters.
Mike's in.
Mike's in. I love it. Mike turns on his light so we can see his thumbs up. That's what I'm talking about.
Is that your thumb?
So,
Awesome.
you guys, we love all of you. Seriously, we're so grateful for you taking some time to hop on tonight.
Yep. If you guys need anything, please don't hesitate to ask. Stephanie, I know your dear beloved coach is on a boat. So if you need anything, please reach out. We're here for you. So we love you guys.
Have a great night, everybody.